1, 2, 1, 2.
Yep, mic check, mic check.
It's not very high.
Yo, mic check, mic check.
And you start shouting at me.
Hello, hello, hello.
Start shouting over me.
Why is yours louder? Or is your voice more penetrable?
I've got more bass than you.
That's not a lie.
Bass, bass, bass,
You ready?
bass, 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 bass.
You ready?
Yeah.
You want to introduce yourself? Go for it.
Hello, welcome to CHATABOX. My name's Kaira.
Why you sound like a TV presenter?
Because I am a TV presenter.
Just put your
Why are you ruining my
Why you
intro?
ruining it? Try again. More Kaira, less BBC.
I don't think I was BBC. I think I was more Channel 4.
So, hi, my name.
CVBs.
Yeah, CBBS. Keep it cool.
Hello
That's
and welcome
slightly
to
seductive.
CHATABOX.
That's
Because
slightly
couples
seductive.
that pod together stay together, or do they?
Is that our new tagline?
I have put that. I have been putting that in the descriptions.
Have you?
Yeah.
Of what?
In our Spotify description, the YouTube.
Couples that pod together stay together. Doesn't rhyme.
Or do they?
But works. Or do they?
We're here to find out.
That is kind of what we're here to find out, because I actually...
What? This is a relationship test.
It kind of is. Like, it's turning into it because
God.
people are commenting
Yeah.
and it is about us.
Yeah.
And that's a bit...
Bit weird.
Ooh, don't talk about my relationship.
Yeah.
Like, there's anything I put online, yeah, up until now,
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm like bulletproof, as I always say. I'm like, say what you want. It doesn't affect me. But I feel like the relationship kind of almost touches a nerve.
Really?
A little bit. Why did you go, really?
I didn't. Why are you on me about how I'm talking today? You need to watch yourself.
You did.
No, what do you mean?
Like,
I don't understand what you mean.
I think I'm scared for you more than for me.
Oh, that's nice. You care.
I care. I care about you.
Like,
Like,
you care about the
if
fact you don't care enough to allow me to change sides, though, considering this is my ugly side.
No, because that's also...
You don't care enough.
This is also my better
I
side.
want this, but we should both just sit and talk like this then.
That's what we might have to do.
Because
Kaira tried to come in today. Like, I don't know what it is with
Tell
you.
me, this is my
Leo,
pretty side.
Everyone's trying to take my seat.
This is
Leave
my
my
pretty
seat
sides.
alone. Oh, babe, do you know, I forgot to put deodorant on today.
Okay, great.
Do you ever do stuff like that, though?
I
I do this a lot. Like, midday.
Today I forgot to actually put face cream on, which is very weird. Why would I forget to put face cream on? But I was rushing and put makeup on, and now I look 10 years older. Ooh, what came up on the camera? Nothing. I thought maybe I was imagining it.
Yeah, no, a lot of the time I forget to put deodorant on.
But I creamed my legs, but I didn't cream my face.
I creamed my knees.
Thank God for that. Anyway, so you feel like there's some sort of
It's fear for you.
Okay.
It's fear for you.
What you think people are
Like,
going to
for
be?
example,
do you think I'm
yeah?
going to get cyberbullied?
No, for example, I got asked to go onto a podcast.
Yeah.
Like, asked to go onto another podcast. But I was looking at it and I played out in my head, feeling like I need to defend you on the podcast.
What is it? A man's podcast?
Yeah, it would be like
It's a
us
man's
and two men.
podcast.
Yeah.
An incel podcast.
An incel podcast.
It's going to be me in a room of incels.
And when I see
and
a
you.
comment, if I see any comments that are negative against you, obviously it doesn't bother me, but I'm bothered for you.
I mean,
It'd be like doing, if I did a
it's
podcast
so
with my
hard.
mum and someone spoke about my mum, I'm going to be like, hey.
It's so
talk
hard
about my
because
mum.
I am a sensitive
You're
person.
very sensitive.
But I think that I just have to you just have to roll with the punches type thing. And if it does become too much, then I just think you have to be not wary of what you share, but there's still parts of our relationship which are sacred to us. Do you get what I mean? We're not on OnlyFans.
What's sacred?
There's parts that people, it's impenetrable. Do you know what I mean? We have us as a unit. And then you just have to keep, as long as you can keep the core of what makes your relationship a thing, then I think, you can let external sources. It's the same with anyone, isn't it? If you're a girl or a guy and the guy's like, yeah, well, she's just a hoe anyway, don't worry about her. And you listen to all your friends, or the guys are, the girls are like, he's trash, he's trash, he's trash, he's trash. If you constantly tell all your friends everything about your relationship because they love you first, and then you listen to them, you're going to let them affect your relationship. I guess it's the same with the haters.
What made you send me that message last night?
Because, do you want to explain what the message is?
I can't remember the message, but it said something along the lines of, I feel like you're going to regret.
No, I said, I'm worried. You
might. You might regret doing the podcast with me.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, because, and then wish you'd done it with someone else. Only because, like.
Hold on, let me read the exact word for word.
All right, God, outing me out here.
No, because I want to know.
Putting me on blast. We're only 2 minutes in.
I'm really scared. This is out of nowhere as well.
God, making me sound like a lame-o.
At 9:49, I'm really scared you're gonna regret carrying on the podcast with me, and wish in second thoughts that you'd done it with someone else. So explain the lead up to that message.
So the last
unpack your brain.
The last couple of weeks, when we've been doing the podcast, you've said like, well, Leo would do the clips, so I started doing the clips. If anyone's noticed, I've been on it, scheduling.
You know what I've realised about you, and I'm gonna take so much advantage of this.
Yeah.
What?
No, take advantage. I don't need you to take more advantage of me.
Lately, I feel like my words are putting me in.
Yeah, go on, carry on.
You love a task.
I like a task.
You love a task. Like, here's a task, Kaira, and you want to show that
I'm ready.
Yeah, literally, this is you. This is you. Because when you tell me stories about you at school, and you're like, oh, who wants to read out the register? And you're like, I would do it.
And you
want to tick everyone off. Yeah, this is it. You like a project. The second whatever I said on the last episode. I like
team projects. That's the thing.
Whatever I said on the last episode about you needing to pull your weight.
Yeah.
You've gone above and beyond.
Everything you've asked me to do, I've done.
Job.
We're now present on Spotify. I've helped
follow the new Instagram.
Yeah, follow the new Instagram. I set up the new Instagram.
Please follow the new Instagram.
Please.
A lot of our interaction initially will probably be from Instagram, like questions, polls.
Yeah,
stuff like
so we've put things up on there. We've got like one or two posts on there already, but we're going to keep posting on there. But we do want like your opinions. So we're going to ask you about your recommendations, our recommendations, what you think, all of that stuff. But yeah, I've set up the Instagram like we needed. We're
up on Spotify.
I've also got the RSS feed. So soon we should be up on Amazon. Need to wait for them to confirm us. Amazon Music, Apple Music, or Apple Podcasts.
You've also been scheduling posts.
I've been scheduling posts and doing all of the captions for it. I've also been ordering stuff for the studio. I also cleaned the studio the other day.
Yeah, Kaira come over and this place smells good.
Yeah.
We've got some hanging plants that are not.
I'm going to buy a new diffuser because it needs to smell better.
She took it all apart and hoovered and hand mopped the floor with wet wipes. Yeah. I don't know why you did that. There's a mop in there.
Because you told me you didn't have a mop.
Yeah,
but my point being is the reason that I got to that point is because I was like, I've done these things, but then I know that what happened was it transpired that Leo's not part of the podcast. It wasn't like a beef thing or anything like that, but I worry that you were like, oh, this is a good option, but maybe you hadn't thought it through, and that it's a bit of a change of vibe. Like, I'm not like an LV, like I'm not like Bare Energy, or I'm not like Mullah, who's like super like popular and like a trend-led person. I'm just me.
Who are you?
I'm just a nerd.
You are just a nerd.
I'm just a nerd.
It's mad because if we was in like me and you in school, would never have meshed. What?
Are you trying to say you wouldn't have been into me in school? You would have been on to me at school.
Kaira, when you describe yourself at school, it's not someone I would be around. You was a nerd and you was a proud nerd.
But you wouldn't have fancied me.
I don't know. Did you look like this?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yes.
I've seen pictures of you on Facebook where you were like emo.
I had black hair and long extensions. A big fringe, long extensions.
Across the face.
Real insert
I
picture.
don't think.
You still would have been on me, don't try it.
I don't know if I would have.
Well, I might not have been on you because you were fat. So.
Hey. Hey.
Am I wrong?
Insert picture.
So, but yeah,
facts.
no, I'm just saying that like there was a part of me that was like, oh, like it just was a moment of doubt where I was like, oh, I don't want you to feel like you're tethered to doing it with me. And like, obviously we're going to go away anyway, and we want to get like guests on and like keep it moving and like keep it exciting. But I was like, oh, what if you feel like I'm making the popularity of it go down.
It might do. Do you know what I reckon? This is what I predict, and probably what I've already seen happening. So there's probably about, I don't know what percent of the people in here that was really just Leo's fans, not even mine. They just like Leo,
Which is fair enough.
Yeah. There's probably people in here that are really just my fans that weren't really feeling Leo. And then, so the people that were only here for Leo will probably be like, this ain't for me no more.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think,
someone commented like, "Is Leo really not coming back?
Yeah,
like, is
yeah.
this the truth?" And
No,
I want
there's
it
a
to be
comment.
like, "I'm
There's
sorry."
There's a comment we're
I'm
gonna pull
sorry.
up. There's a comment we're gonna pull up.
I'm gonna start saying big man.
I'm gonna give it air.
I'm gonna start just dropping in Leto isms. All right, big man. All right, big man. That's what I'm gonna do.
But what I will say is, like, so before we was about 90% male and 10% female audience. Now we're 80% male and 19% female.
I know, but I think people
so you're
were
probably
upset about
bringing
that.
in a new audience. And me being me, I'm not against having an all female audience. So like, carry on, do your thing.
Are you not?
I think I appeal more. No, I definitely don't. I think I used to. I definitely don't. I'm a conspiracist old man now. I'm not even in the game.
Okay, so going on from the topic of me being a nerd, it's time for Word of the Week. Word of the Week. It's staying.
I feel like
Word
this
of the
segment
week.
might be losing us followers.
Okay, but it's quick.
No,
And
go
also, I feel like we're teaching people.
Go on.
It is my purpose to educate the nation.
Alright, go on.
She
is an ex-teacher.
Wait.
Whilst you find that, can I just say?
No. I've got it. Quick.
Go on.
Quick. Okay. You might already know this word, but I just think it's a good word because it's a usable word. The word of the week this week for Bailey is feckless. Feckless.
Is it another way of saying reckless?
No. You need to stop doing words that relate to the words because it just confuses you. It's a different word.
Feckless.
Like last
Fecky
week
is reckless. That's how I'm gonna remember it. Just so you know, Fecky is reckless.
Why?
Just I need something to bring.
But we didn't
back.
say it's reckless. It's not reckless. You said that.
No, yeah, no, but I'm saying in about 10 minutes when I'm trying to even remember the word.
But you're gonna get confused with the
feckless.
Whatever. Yeah, feckless.
Fecky is reckless. Feckless. That's how my brain works.
Okay, all right, but it doesn't
Dyslexia.
work. It doesn't
Dyslexia.
work. That's the thing.
Feckless. Can I have a sentence, please? Because you can't give anyone a word and expect them to know what it is.
I didn't expect you to know what it is. I'm here to teach you.
Yeah, I need a
such a defensive student.
I need a sentence.
Okay, so
before you do, anyone, Sufan, I know you're gonna comment. Anyone who before she says what it is, do you know what that word means? I need to know if am I alone in these situations, or because I know LV and Muller wouldn't know.
Okay.
But that's the caliber of people I choose
to.
That's the caliber of people I choose to surround myself with, so I feel smarter.
Okay.
And it's just when I'm around you.
Okay.
Do you know what this is? If I did take on anyone else other than you, Muller or LV, I would be making them feel silly weekly with my little bit of knowledge.
Right.
But it's like you are the opposite end, which kind of makes me...
You have made me feel silly sometimes.
Yeah, it's interesting, that is. Because around the man then, when I was doing that stuff, I was considered in the intelligent one. I would say, from the... But I wasn't.
I don't want to throw shade.
I wasn't intelligent. I just was standing next to...
The bar was low.
Dumb and Dumber. Like Muller and LV. No offense, boy. Muller, you know you're dumb. Come on. No. And LV...
I don't think that Muller's dumb. I think
Muller's not. No,
Miller's not dumb.
He's not dumb when it comes to business and money.
Yeah, and he's a switched on guy. Like
he's switched on,
and he's productive.
But he's sheltered from the world. Then
okay,
he's lived like
Well, there's just different
he's
forms
lived
of
a road
intelligence.
and then a YouTube life, and he's like.
It's just different forms.
I don't
of
feel
intelligence.
he's very travel.
I'm not.
Or like his palate. Like look, I remember I took him to Joe and Juice, and to get him a sandwich, like he was like, what is? I made him eat. What did I make him eat?
Tuna cardo.
It had avocado in it.
Tuna cardo.
Yeah, and what's the pesto? Whatever it is they put in it, it was mind blowing to him. One time I went to TGI Fridays with Muller, and he called his missus to ask her what he should order.
Wild.
Like
big age, man.
he was looking at the menu and it was too much. Is that what did I get last time I come to? I'm sitting in front of him with the waitress standing here. You know, like.
Can you imagine being in your 20s and never eating prawns? Mental.
Yeah, but he might not have eaten prawns.
But that's what I mean. It is just different.
Big up Mola, man.
I feel like I don't.
Willa's gonna be a guest soon.
Yeah, hopefully.
If
he'll come on.
To him.
Although every time I see Muller, I just rinse him and then I just call him out on the mats. And still to this day, never seen you on the jiu-jitsu mats, Muller. Because you know I'll just beat you up.
Feckless. That's so feckless of you.
Feckless.
Is that right?
Well,
Is that right?
I presume
that's so
that
feckless.
he will be quite feckless on the mat.
Useless.
Similar. It means weak and ineffective. So I thought feckless was a good word today.
Feckless. That's feckless, man.
That's just so feckless.
Yeah, that's feckless.
That behaviour is feckless.
I don't like. It's not a good enough word for me to take on.
Oh really?
Like I'd rather call someone useless and have everyone.
But feckless is
everyone around us instantly know what I'm saying. Then say feckless.
Yeah, but feckless is like quite particular.
And sound smart.
It's quite particular. Like it's a little bit different from useless.
Weak and insignificant.
Her feckless younger brother. The villain, of course, is the absent feckless father. Like it's a bit more like you're just feckless.
Yeah.
Like useless is like you're useless. Like, oh, you're useless. Whereas feckless is like you're just feckless.
Yeah.
It's not even about you're just useless. But anyway, that was the word of the week.
Is this your jingle that you're trying to make?
Yeah. I'm just waiting for a producer.
I'm gonna soundbite
Word of the week. Pa, pa, pa. Word of the week. Pa.
All right. Any producers out there that could remix that and turn it into a jingle?
Word of the week. Word of the week.
Word of the week.
Yeah.
You gotta add something like
Oh,
that.
like, do you remember the Heads and Shoulders?
Go buy her shampoo.
Go buy her shampoo.
Go buy her feckless shampoo.
Yeah, it is fucking feckless as well. So
big up matey that I met at Co-op.
I think his name was
Kenvin.
No, it was Markello.
Markello?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was Markello.
It was Markel.
I'm pretty sure it was Markello.
It was 2 syllables.
Marcelo.
It was 2 syllables.
Marcello
is a jiu-jitsu guy.
Markello.
If his name was Marcello, I would have remembered.
I think it's Markello.
I think it was Markel.
Okay.
Anyway, I bumped into a girl in Co-op in Streatham Vale the other day, and she was staring at me. And she looked a couple times, and I thought, oh, here we go, by the trim. I'm taken. No, she said, oh no, we watch you. She actually said to me, Leo, you and Leo, and I was like, yeah.
Burn.
I was like, Kaira's in the car. She's like, who? I was like, oh yeah. And
you
Leo.
didn't?
No, I didn't. She said, Leo, we watch you all the time. I was like, oh. She goes, yeah, my boyfriend watches you all the time. She goes, could you come and say hello? I was like, yeah. I didn't. I'm down to come and say hello. My fear kicked in that I'm gonna come to the car and your boyfriend's gonna be like, yeah, why'd you bring him here? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, whatever. Big up, Bailey, but like, why are you bringing him here? But he was cool. We got out of the car and he seemed like a really nice guy. And it was like a week and a half ago, innit? So I forgot. I'm sure your name was Markel. If it wasn't Markel, let us know in the comments what it was. But big up,
Co-op in
Co-op Streatham Vale.
Streatham.
Big up Markel.
Streatham
Vale.
Yeah.
Streatham Vale. Right. What is our?
Well, we've got one really important thing.
Should we do our sponsors now?
Do you want to do that now?
Yeah, let's do it now.
We could do it another time. We can leave them in waiting.
This is Kaira's first big sponsor. And I'm very excited about it myself. As you can see, we're both rocking Adapt Jiu Jitsu branding. This is fun now. Big up Adam from Adapt. Hit us up with a big parcel of Adapt clothing, which is jiu-jitsu wear. And I first met him at a show, competition, and he gave me like one of his pieces then. And I thought this is actually probably one of the best.
Yeah, this is not a new one. I'm actually already wearing my Adapt.
Why are you wearing jiu-jitsu clothes?
Because I'm a jits girl.
Oh my God.
Because we might be going training afterwards. But yeah, no, I'm actually already wearing my old Adapt one. And the reason I like it, and I don't want to shit on other brands, is that it's like...
Shit on them.
It's like aesthetic, yeah? There's some people, and if this is your thing, you know, no judgment, some of the jiu-jitsu brands are just like bright and like 4 different patterns and like really intense and like leggings that are covered with like, I don't know, bits of cheese and like random cartoons
Dragons
and
and
stuff,
snakes.
which is fine.
I like them too, but I actually like these.
No. I don't mind the like kind of like tattooy patterns, but I'm the one talking about the ones that are like random cartoons on them. Whereas these are like really cool colours. They're like really nice, like aesthetics, and I'm more of a plain person. So like having something that's more like, like more like that, which is more just like block colours. I really like that. The earthy tones too.
Well, let's see them. Let's stop talking about them and see them. Cause we actually haven't. I haven't opened. I don't know which bags, man. Either. So.
Yeah. This might not be the best podcast content.
It's not the best podcast content, but
sorry, Spotify
I
listeners.
appreciate Adam, and I wanna see some of these pieces.
Oh, I'm so excited! It's like Christmas.
What is this?
How do you know that? Is this mine? How do we know whose is whose?
Well, yours will be small, I guess.
Okay.
I think this is.
What's this?
This is yours. This is your bag.
This is yours.
Alright, cool. It actually does feel like Christmas. Bring me my stuff.
There's more gifts than you get at
Oof.
Christmas. You just chuck mine.
Yeah, I'm gonna look sexy in this when I'm tapping people out. So like,
you do suit green.
I feel like there's a few things we need to show you, like actual things about
Mermaid.
them. Their rash guards have like this netting around the armpits, which is key. They also have like this grip. What do you call this?
Ooh.
It stops your
An elasticated waist.
It stops the waist riding up, yeah. Which
Yeah.
like for me in particular, let's say I'm doing something flash and somebody's filming it, and then I see the video back and I can see like my hairy lower back, like that. Is don't look good.
Yeah.
You never. This stops that. This is what
Yeah.
the best thing. Anyone else that's making rash guards, start taking notes. Cause
Also, I have quite a short torso, and as I do, and as a woman, we're the same. We don't want it to ride up, blah blah blah. But I actually use that. I'm going to show it. I actually use that to, like I roll the top up. Let me show you. So then I can roll my rash guard down. You see what I'm saying? So the elasticated waist works for me. Ow!
Putting your camel toe up on my screen.
Don't say that.
This one's actually sick.
Well, I've got some
What does that
mermaid.
say?
It says Stuart Cooper Films.
Who's Stuart Cooper?
Don't know, but he makes films. I've got some iridescent, like mermaidy type leggings. Perfecto. What else have I got here?
Stonewash shorts. Everything about their stuff, the materials that they use. Honestly, I'm not just saying this. I actually love Adapt.
The fact that I'd already bought it off
off your own
before
accord.
then shows you. Do you know what I mean? See, look what I'm like. See what I mean? Nice, plain, and neat. Classy, you know, because I'm a classy bird.
What else I got?
So I needed new leggings. So that's perfect for me. Oh my god, there's more. There's more.
Ooh. Also, like
oh my god, babe, we can match.
their thickness. They got like a good quality thickness.
He hates that. He can match.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna make you match me.
You're gonna make me match you.
Yes. No, I actually love this. Look, simple and just like I like the simplicity of the design.
Oh
Do you know what I mean? It makes it stand out because it's simple. Yeah, that one's really nice. You'll see.
Yeah. So again, I'm just gonna say this
green
again so I
too.
can clip
Ooh,
it and make
nice
sure I
shortsy
got it
one.
in there. We've got the same stuff.
Yeah. Because
Don't
they
be
want
wearing-
us
you
to
see
be
what-
matching.
No, when I wear the green,
Matchy.
I'll make sure we're not.
Matchy.
Unique.
But no, this netting under the armpit is actually sick because it keeps you kind of like...
Stops it smelling.
Yeah, it stops it smelling, which if you do jiu-jitsu a lot and you're rolling with... It's not even our smell. It's other people's smells. It like stays in the clothing and this like stops it like lingering and it actually feels like quite airy like underneath it while you're training, and that's what one of the reasons the one I already have, I already love it. So yes, lovely stuff. But I think I've got more. Look.
Yeah, this is... Every time I see you've got
Have you got
what
this
I've
one?
got, no, I don't.
Ah,
have
see,
that.
look, and now I got the girls one. This is nice. It's like I look like a little sweet,
What did,
a little
must have
blue,
got something.
a blue and pink sweet. Do you think I can pull this off?
So, just a few key features about these, yeah. Again, they've got the elasticated waistband that keeps the grip and stops it riding up. They've got the mesh under the armpits to keep your armpits fresh. And also, they're using a thicker, softer material than all other gi brands. Nogi brands, rash guard brands. So big up Adapt. Thank you very much.
They also do like general apparel, like the hoodies, and they do gis as well. So if you're looking for like, you know, martial arts and just the leggings in general, like girls wear leggings all the time. Do you know what I mean? So just in general, the brand's really nice, and we're not even just like gassing it. The material is like it's my favorite. It's my favorite rash guard.
Mine too.
So I now have loads of them. So I'm very, very happy.
Get it up.
Thank
We're ready
you.
for Thailand.
I'm ready. I'm ready, and I'm gonna make you match me.
Big up at that, man. We'll get some content wearing this stuff. Get some nice little videos for you guys sent over. But we appreciate this, man.
Without the camel toe.
You like this on camera?
It's so rude.
All right. Where's my phone?
Bear in mind that we're going to have to film these videos. And unfortunately for you, I am only a 7 out of 10. So
That hurt you, didn't it?
I feel like this is the thing is, yeah, I'm afraid to even bring it up in the comments because 100% everyone's gonna be like 7. She's definitely a 5.
Yeah.
Definitely a 2.
No, but my point was that you think you're less.
Yeah, but so Bailey's actual words were the thing is though, yeah, is that you're just a 7 that thinks you're a 3.
Can you hear?
And I was like,
can you hear the compliment in there? Can you hear the I'm saying.
I know. And
no,
the thing
wait.
is,
it was off the back. Let me say the whole sentence. I said, the thing is, you was talking about like people not going for their suit, their match.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a guy's a 4 and he wants a girl that's an 8. And I said, yeah, but you've got girls out here that are actually like a 4. They walk around thinking they're at least a 7 or a 6, and they're aiming for guys that are 9s and 10s. I said but I said you're the opposite.
Yeah.
You're like a 7, but you think you're a 3. So I was trying to compliment you, say you're humble.
Yeah, but in doing that, you said you're a 7. Which, can I just say, for the record, I am not a big head in any way. Yeah, so I don't think that I am a 10 out of 10 by any stretch of the imagination. There's lots of things about myself that I would change physically.
What?
However, my issue is that your immediate score of me is obviously the most honest, and it shouldn't.
I wasn't
be
thinking.
a 7.
It wasn't. Thinking.
I actually genuinely would have been happy with an 8.
You are an 8
because I don't.
Kaira, you are a 9.5.
Shut the fuck up! You said it now, and I know that I'm a 7.
Because my point was more landing on the.
I definitely was more of an 8 or a 9 when I was younger.
Emo days.
When we first met, when I was a young, fresh, ripe 23-year-old. But I know
meet you when you was 23.
23. I was a young.
Now you're 30.
Yes.
Wrinkly.
I was only just 23. You met the new day after my birthday. So technically just 22.
Catch them young.
So my point is that, yeah, I'm sure I have declined on the scale, but I'm just saying that I'd like my boyfriend. I know you love me, but I'd like you to look at me and think I'm at least an 8.
You are an 8. You're more than an 8.
Oh, just look at the lies. Look at your
9.5.
side of your mouth.
You're a 9.5.
When you lie, it hides in the corners of your mouth. Do you know that?
9.5 with green eyes, thick thighs.
9.5.
I know.
Stop. Stop it. Okay.
All right, we've got a dilemma. Big up people.
We've got a dilemma.
Go on. Well, I can feel you wanted to edge in. I was going to say, anyone who wants to be involved in the future shows, make sure you send in your dilemmas, questions, voice notes, videos, whatever you want to send in to chatterbox.contact@gmail.com.
That's chatterbox.contact@gmail.com. We also did have a few that were sent in on the Instagram page, and one of them, while you're looking for this, was one of the other ones, because it was only on the Instagram like comment box thing, so it had to be short, was I have a foot fetish, please bring back Bailey's left foot Instagram page. So for those of you that don't know, he started an Instagram page that was dedicated just to his left foot.
That was to prove a point though.
Yeah, but it worked. I even wrote a poem on his foot and we uploaded it.
Can I say what that was for? Because then it made sense. So I made an Instagram page for my left foot, like she said. The reason why was I was going on a rant saying that you don't have to be talented to be successful. You just have to be consistent. And then my point led on to for example, if I took a photo of my left foot every day for a month, I guarantee it would gain traction. And I think, what did I get to, like 1,500 followers?
I don't know.
I just took up a photo of my left foot every day for like, I only did it for a couple weeks. But I started getting creative with the pictures, right? And yeah, and it worked. And it worked.
Is, I
it
just
picked
wish
up.
you'd fucking kept that, because
I
we've
wish
been
I fucking
in OnlyFans territory
babe,
right
when
now.
I was doing that, I was getting DMs saying I will pay you for your socks, and I was just laughing about it, and I never did it. I wish I did it. Anyone out there want anything now? Kaira's anything?
He does.
I'll send it to you. You want her knickers? I'll send you her knickers.
Fuck.
Anything.
Yeah, but you actually have nice feet, so I feel like you could definitely get on that feet fetish.
I don't think you have to have nice feet to do well. I think weird feet work, like, because they do a lot of this with their feet.
They like toe spreading.
I can spread.
That's what's called.
I've got good toe spread. I can pick stuff up.
Toe spread. They like toe touching. So like when you stroke with
I
the
saw
toes.
a video the other day of a woman on TikTok, and she was like, the whole thing was she was preparing a meal, but she has no arms, and she does it all with her feet. Wow. But her legs like come up, and like her feet come in front of her like this, and she's like doing stuff with her feet.
I mean, that is crazy.
Doesn't that make you think though, as humans, we've limited ourselves? Because, you know, like we'd look at a monkey, and a monkey's got 4 hands because they choose to. This woman had no arms, so she made her feet hands.
I just think it's that we do limit ourselves in general. We don't know the stretches to what we could put our body through until we need to.
We just choose, like, you will never see a dog doing something that the other dogs can't do. They all just do what they all do.
No, you say that, but then if you see a three-legged dog.
No, okay, but that's something else.
That's what I'm saying though. It's when it.
No, but like
when
humans,
he needs to.
How high can a human jump?
I don't know.
No, but I'm saying, like, if I could bring out a book about animals and it would say a tiger can jump up to 4 blah blah blah. Yeah. A horse can run up to X amount of speed. Humans, I feel like there's not really a limit. It's just how hard we choose to, like, some humans, you would say me and you can jump probably about, your feet can go as high as this chair. Some humans can jump and their feet will be as high as the ceiling because they've chose to discipline themselves. Huh?
I think I could jump about that high.
You cannot jump that high.
Okay, test it.
Kaira, you cannot jump that high.
I think so.
Well, as in, your feet will be that high.
I think I'd be about that high, yeah.
You think you can jump and...
Have you not seen how short and sturdy these legs
Kaira,
are? They're made for that.
We're going to test it out. All
right.
Insert video.
Cool.
Right, anyway.
I'm doing it.
So, like, humans, I feel like, for example, can we scale a wall? No, right? Some people can.
Yeah, but
some people choose to dedicate themselves to making their fingertips like they can scale a wall.
I do think we can adapt our bodies, like 100%.
How long can a human hold his breath on? How long can a human survive underwater?
If you look at Japanese pearl divers, they would train their lungs in order to.
People do it now as a sport. They can hold their breath. I'm talking 8 minutes underwater.
Well, that's what I was saying. A Japanese pearl diver.
That's like more than a dolphin.
Okay.
So, like, what is our limit? It's whatever we...
Well, we don't actually have full access to our brains.
Scary
we only use something like 20% of our brain, or like something like ridiculous. And if you think about it, if we were able to access all of our brains, I think we'd be able to do telepathy.
What's that?
Where we can communicate without words.
Who does that? Dolphins?
Well, they have... Sonar or whatever it is.
Sonos is a speaker, innit?
Yeah. So yeah, I feel like there's probably so much we could do. I think one thing that we underestimate a lot, and I wish I was better at, is like actually the power of thought. Because I genuinely think there are people, like, for example, you know, when they're like, you're never going to be able to walk again. And those people, there's some people that are like, cool, that's it then, and they accept that, which, you know, I completely understand. I'm not putting those people down. But there are other people that are literally like,
no,
you bet, watch me, and they're literally like, you know, like every day just manifesting and feeling and trying to send thought back into their limbs.
I think about that when people lose like limbs and stuff, not limbs or like movement. I feel like, are you sure? No, like, honestly, I know it's not moving.
You sure?
No, yeah. I know it's not moving. I know your legs are not moving. And the doctor probably told you they will never move again. And I guarantee, and you've probably taken that as gospel, and you've never tried to move. But I'm like,
I'm sure they've tried.
Have you tried, like, really focused on your...
But I just think it's
like Kill Bill.
Our body,
Wiggle.
I think our body can...
Wiggle.
can heal itself better than we are aware of with the things that we either pertain in our own bodies or can find in the natural world. But like, we're not attuned to it anymore. And I don't think we're ever actually going to be able to go back, or even really, unless there's like something deep, like drastic needs to happen to our society. I can't see us getting more attuned with the elements how I think we were made to be.
Do you think if the world was to flood,
Like
forever?
the flats at our house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Bad times. Do you think if the world was to flood,
Yeah.
we would develop web feet?
Yeah. No, because I think we'd all die first.
No, imagine we survived. We just got to live. Like, the world is constantly got a layer of this much water.
Well, the fact that we've all got these ridges in our little fingers from having iPhones, yeah.
Oh!
Yeah.
My little fingers are changed.
Yeah.
I've got arthritis 100% from
I've got
jiu-jitsu.
arthritis in my finger
But
too.
my little finger, where my phone rests on it like that, has changed.
That's what I'm saying.
My little finger's developed a hook
We're definitely adaptable.
that it can sit on.
Yeah.
Anywho, we digress, and I'm back. I've got two.
How did we get there from foot fetishes?
I don't know. I got two dilemmas. One of them, I think is a good conversation, but I'm a bit concerned that it's very close to somebody who watches.
Okay.
So I struggle to not feel like I'm talking to him when I'm talking to this person.
Ooh. Is it juicy?
It's not juicy. Yes. Oh. Well, I'm gonna read it. I got
All
two
right,
dilemmas. I got two. Maybe we'll get both of them on.
Can we just pause it so I can read it first?
No, I'm gonna read it out.
He loves the drama.
I'm 26 and have a 4-year-old son with my ex-girlfriend.
Okay.
She hasn't let me see him for the past 2 years.
Okay.
And I feel like I've missed so much of his life. He doesn't even know who I am. So that's how he's starting it, yeah? The situation started when I began seeing my current partner, who is now pregnant and is threatening to keep me out of our future child's life.
Wow.
Yeah?
Oh, what? So this is another girl that doesn't want to be involved.
That doesn't want to be involved. I'm incredibly anxious because I know she has the power to do so if she chooses. I didn't grow up with a dad, so it angers me deeply that I'm now in a position where I'm the absent father I always resented. What should I do?
Okay. You want me to start?
Yeah.
Okay, point one, what feels... Okay, let me start this with the preface of saying that I don't think it's right for women to keep children from their fathers, not actually anything to do with the dad or the mum, but because I think it's wrong for the child. And I think that the child should be allowed a relationship with both their parents as long as that parent is safe to be around, right? So in also, whether you like them or not, I don't think that if you were once with that person, now you don't like them, I don't think it makes a difference if you don't like them. I think that child deserves to have a parent in their life. So I'm going to start off by saying that. However, what is like blindingly loud to me, or blaringly loud to me, is the fact that not once in that dilemma is there a slight amount of reflection as to why two women might be saying that. There's not once where he goes, I understand because we used to argue quite a lot and maybe she doesn't want that around the kid, or I don't live very far, or I've not been able to do this, or I've had a drug problem, and I'm not saying there is a reason, but it doesn't feel like there's even just one idiom of self-reflection there, which to me is a red flag, because if you've got two women, whether they're toxic or not, they could be two toxic women who are using a child against a man, which I fundamentally disagree with. However, there's not even one part of him that goes, what is it about me or how I behaved in the relationship which is making these women not want me to be around? Because this is what men don't realise, yeah? When they're like, a woman doesn't want a man, a woman is using the child against me. Do you not think that woman wants a weekend off? Do you not think that that woman actually wants someone to contribute money-wise, time-wise, energy-wise to a child? Most women, some people are toxic and crazy and horrible. 100%. However, most women want the father around, not for even just for selfish reasons, because they genuinely are like, being a parent is hard. I need someone to share this with. So the fact that he's not even had a little bit of reflection on why that could be means that he's not any further.
I'm doing that buzzer because there's a lot of victim blaming here.
I'm not victim. How do you know he's a victim?
I'm going to speak on behalf of our real one who's wrote in, and I'm not going to assume he's the problem. Okay, it's just like if a girl called in saying she was abused in any way, we're not going to assume she deserved it. All right? Sorry, guys. I just had to let her finish, but the buzzer came when she was done. But that buzzer was for you guys. I'm going to say, I also didn't hear any reflection on myself, although he did say this is something he didn't want to happen. Like, didn't have his own father. All he said is his ex hasn't let him see his first child, and this started when he started seeing a new girl, right? So I'm sure she does want a weekend off, but I'm pretty confident that this comes down to jealousy.
So the first girl is jealousy. I'm sure. Second girl.
Well, the second girl I'd say was spite, because if they've fallen out and she's pregnant now and she's fretting to not let him see her child, she's probably taken that from the pain he's discussed in the last 4 years of not being able to see it. She probably knows this is a great way to hurt you. I've seen what it's done already. And you want to move on, we're not making it, cool, you're not seeing this one either. And she probably knows that's exactly how to hurt him. So I could look at it from your perspective, but I can also just read what I've read and assume, because I've seen this firsthand, where my friend is not seeing his 2 kids and it's all about jealousy. Nothing else. He's not abusive. He's got his problems, but nothing to justify not letting him see his kids. And it's been 2 years, and now the kids hate him, and he's tried. So, like, I
don't want to speak on that situation because I don't know enough.
But that's what I'm relating.
But me personally, having, like, I think I understand what you're saying, yeah. But, like, you know, you had, like, R.I.P. But you had your dad in your life.
Me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm talking about it from a child that didn't. Do you get what I mean? Now me and my dad have a better relationship.
Yeah, so you can understand the pain that the kids in this situation are going through.
But I know for a fact, but you cannot relate. My mum and my family never kept my dad away from me, ever, right? But there were choices, whether they were in his control or not, there were choices that he made that meant that he wasn't present in a lot of my life as a child. And I do think that there is a societal issue whereby if a woman leaves her child, it's like, what type of woman would do that? But it's very normal for a man to leave their kid. In fact, not even blinked at. And
it is blinked at. I don't think it's normal, it's common, but I don't think it's ever like, oh, well, he's a man. I think there's a lot of tarnishing with it.
So why is there to babysit your child? Why is that such a normal thing?
I think that man who leaves his child walks with that mark on him forever. He's not just...
Maybe, but I don't think he wears it in the same way a woman would. I don't think the guilt is the same. And I think that then what happens is a lot of the time, and again, I'm making assumptions. I'm fully aware that this is, you know, I'm assuming some of these things. But you also, like, within that is a case of, like, when can I come and look after my child, yeah? Or, like, when can we share it? And they say, come every 2 weeks or come at the weekend. And then that parent gets to go out, you know, sees them for 1 day of the week, spends all of the money, all of the nice times with them, takes them to the zoo. But it's usually the mum that has to do the nitty gritty, the school runs, the, like, dinners, the arguments. Neither here nor
there because you're split up.
I know, but what I'm saying is that, like, it's quite often that the mum is the main caregiver. And I just feel like in this scenario, we don't know. So, like you said, you made me see it from a different perspective. Maybe the first one, as he said, is jealousy. Also, though, how did he go about that?
What?
How did he go about introducing a new partner to the kid?
But there's no that you don't. If me and you had a kid and we've broken up. I don't have to go about anything.
Okay, wait. You turn up to pick up the kid and there's a man in my bed. with the kid. You
Yeah.
cool with that?
Wait, let me tell you. I'm going to answer. That's its own issue. It should have nothing to do with what else happens with this kid.
Yeah.
That's I'm heartbroken about that. That shouldn't.
I meant with around the kids though, so it is to do with the
Well, then
kids.
that's a whole nother thing. Like I'm assuming you wouldn't want me to have the kid and then have random girls coming over on different nights. That's different.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah.
But what we're talking about here is if me and you had a kid and we broke up, I don't owe you anything.
Yeah, 100%.
I could
agree
be a
with
nice
that,
guy and not show you anything. In fact, I'm sorry to keep bringing this back to the people I know, yeah. But that's exactly what went wrong for them. Because they had been broken up for about 4 years. And every now and again seemed to be like seeing each other again for a week or two and then not. But in that entire time that they was apart, if he met anyone else, he didn't show her. Yeah? Because he didn't want the problem. And the problem arose. And this is when they've been broken up. They're not together. They live separate. He has the kids on the weekends. They're not sleeping together.
When he moved on, I get it.
When she found out he's now seeing someone.
That is toxic. But what you think I'm disagreeing with you? I'm not disagreeing with you.
So he's avoided that problem for so long.
But that's also like.
That's just jealousy.
Yeah,
it's separate from parenting. Yeah. It's separate from parenting.
It 100% is. And this is the thing. I think you think I'm disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. I think that you are 100% right. All of these things should be separate from parenting. But what we're dealing with is, I don't know this situation, but that situation specifically and a lot of others, we're dealing with people that are like immature, in my opinion. And if you are in a relationship or in a situation where you're co-parenting and you can't turn around and say, look, I am seeing someone else, because I respect you, I'm able to have this conversation. But if you're going to hide it and then pretend for 4 years that you're not seeing anyone, you've kind of set up that situation. You facilitated that situation.
Yeah, but what
and
if
then
I
going
knew,
back
what
and
if
then coming
I know,
away and then going back.
What if I know that you're so jealous of seeing me move on that if I tell you I've moved on, you're probably going to start messing about with me seeing my kids? What
Then
if that was my thought
during
process?
that time, I would be doing the adult thing. I would be collating evidence.
Of what?
Evidence of the fact.
If you was the man?
Yeah.
Right.
I'd be collating evidence of the fact that when I say something, this is the sort of response I would get. Fuck it, I'd be recording and everything.
Yeah, but this all seems like the sort of behaviour of someone who's now got hindsight. Doesn't seem like an initial way of going about something.
Maybe not initial, but there's
like
signs.
this seems like
if
something
you were with someone and you knew how they carry themselves, then you would know that.
I think that's a woman's way of thinking.
Yeah, but I'm not putting myself in a situation whereby like if I have kids, that's my blood. There's nothing, and I'm sorry, but I know women do tend to have more rights in this scenario, and I do think that there is definitely issues with that. Like, I think that, single dads should definitely have more rights, and it shouldn't just be left to the woman. Just because she's a woman doesn't mean she's a good parent, doesn't mean she's a good mum. So I do believe that, but I'm also just a bit like, I just know the majority of women that I know, who are mums, they will walk through fire to see their child. There is nothing standing in their way. The threat of violence does not even perturb them. If their child is there, they're getting there and they're seeing them. Unfortunately, I don't feel like I can say the same for men.
Why? I can tell you. I can tell you a lot. I can tell you all of the fathers that I know would do those same things.
Yeah, but I know a lot of fathers that when it comes down to it, and they don't see their kids for 6 months, they're upset, but they're not turning up at their school every single day. They're not outside the door saying, I know you don't want to see me, son, but I just bought you this present. I just want you to know. They're not sending letters in the post. They're not going above and beyond.
You're speaking with chest on something that I feel like you think, but you don't know. Because I'm listening to what you're saying, and I'm like, the guy that I'm talking about literally did those things. He went to the school. He got rejected. He bought presents. They didn't get to give to them.
Yeah.
He like all these things happen. Like, so it's like there's probably a lot of men that probably listen.
I can never, and I say this because I can never imagine ever in a world, and I say this to your what's it called? Like, to your credit, yeah, I don't think that there is a world in which you could have a child with me or whoever, and I say you can't see that child, and you're not there every single day making sure that that child knows who you are. I just don't believe it.
Yeah, because I'll ruin your life.
But that's my point. But the thing, okay, we'll see what I mean. You're making it about us again. However,
no, but I'm saying I'm not these guys that I'm talking about. They could never be me.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. So what's the difference then? What's the difference?
You know what I mean? I'll just give you that look. Like, is he come? It's
What's-
Saturday. Send him.
What is the difference?
And when
then?
you're like, I'm like, you
What's
sure?
What's the difference?
Are you
then?
sure?
Oh my God.
Say less. And then he'll come running out. You'll be pushing him out the door. Go.
But what's the difference then?
Of what?
Because I just don't think some guys just don't care enough.
Characters. I'll tell you this. Even with my big character and personality,
it's easy for them to ignore it.
Even with my big character and personality, there's certain exes that I'm very glad I never got caught into this situation, because I think they would be making my life really difficult today. And even with my person, I feel like I would struggle with that situation. So there's people that are quite, certain characters are quite pushovers. And a girl can tell them, you're not seeing your son, and they'll, what can I do? I don't think I'm too like. I think, oh yeah,
you're just petty to a next level.
Sugar in the petrol tank.
Yeah, but you're just petty to a next level.
Sugar in your petrol tank.
That's extremely dangerous. And what if your child was in the car?
It just wouldn't start. Psycho. It wouldn't start. I never said cut the brakes.
But my point is that you are petty to a next level, which
old
concerns
piece of fish
me.
from the butchers
underneath
your bonnet,
yeah?
on the
edge. From the butchers,
from
fish,
the fishmongers on your engine.
But my concern
How
is
long would it take you to find that?
I don't like the fact that you are next level petty, because
next level.
Because I just think that sometimes
just give me my son.
You can just communicate.
Just give me my son. That's what I'm saying. Just
what
give
about
me
your daughter?
Son. Just give me my daughter.
Okay. Regardless,
don't start.
You're proving my point though.
Yeah, I am.
No, I'm just saying that I get what you're saying.
Some people are not like that. Some people are not like that.
But then I just don't believe that there's many mums that are not like that, and that's my distinction.
What?
That's my distinction.
What?
Like, I think it's easier. Society. I'm not saying that it's particularly this person's fault. It's easier for someone to be like, "Well, I just haven't seen them in 4 years, and I'm really sad about it." I just don't believe there are as many mums who would do that. I think it's easier for a guy to go, "Oh, I'm so sad about it."
I don't think men can even do what the woman's doing unless the woman's done something that he can have a court order to say she can't see this kid. It's not the same.
Yeah, if you're not being allowed access to your kids, there are things you can do.
I hear that.
Yeah.
I hear that, and I think that as well. I think, why don't you just, if it's really that difficult, why don't you just do the legal thing? Like, for some reason, people don't want to do that. I don't know why. I don't know what that comes with. I don't. Maybe other things we don't know about.
But what I do want to say, I do feel sorry for this guy, because I am working under assumptions, and I don't want it to seem like I'm just being unfair about it. I do think you can wait until they're much older and you establish a relationship with them. It is, in my opinion, it is too late, but that is there.
You end up with
you go down the legal route. There are charities that support men, because there are, it's the information is inaccessible. So just literally Google charities for single dads. I need help. Look at those charities and see what they suggest, because you're not the only person that's gone through this.
Yeah.
And I think, you really should, before you're having
1-2-C.
So 1-2-C, point C, you need to really consider who you're having kids with before you start having kids with them. Do you know this person? Do you know how they react when things go wrong in your life? Because I guarantee you there would have been flags. And also, have you been reflective on how you dealt with these situations? It sounds like they're being toxic. It sounds like they're being jealous. But how did you deal with that? It's not victim blaming, but there is always opportunity for self-reflection to be like...
Can I ask, is that what gaslighting is?
What do you mean?
I genuinely don't know what the term gaslighting means, but if that was what they're doing, would that be gaslighting? Victim blaming? Is that what gaslighting is?
Gaslighting's a bit different. Let me get the real definition up for you.
Thank you, because it's one of those words that I don't know what it actually means.
So, gaslighting is defined as manipulating someone into questioning their perception of reality. So, gaslighting would be, you've seen text messages on my phone from a guy, and I've also been out loads, and I don't know, come back smelling of cologne. I don't know. And there's like several things that is leading you to think that I've been unfaithful. And I'm like, Reese, you're crazy, you know. You're actually mental.
You do that.
Ugh,
Not about these
you're
topics.
crazy, you know, Reese. Like, this person is like complete that. And I told you where I was. And now you are being... you're being paranoid and jealous. So I'm gaslighting you into thinking that your reality is warped. So you start going, wait, am I crazy?
Yeah,
Am
like
I
sometimes
mental?
at home you'll be like, why are you angry? And I'm like, I'm not angry. You'll be like, you are angry. I'm like, I'm not angry. And then for like 10 minutes, I'm like, all right, I'm not angry. But now you're angry. But I say, well, I'm angry now because you keep saying I'm angry.
Okay, that's not gaslighting.
Oh.
But I need a wee.
Why are you moody? I'm not moody.
I need a wee.
Go for a wee.
Can we have a break?
Go for a wee.
Thanks.
Go on.
Oh, I'm actually really desperate. I'm scared to stand up.
Don't worry, guys. When she comes back, I'm gonna really fight for our corner. I'm not letting these girls gaslight us. You know what I'm saying? Tell us that it's our fault. Make us question our decisions. These girls are just out here to hurt us men. Don't worry. When she comes back, I've got you. Trust me. At this point, she's taking a shit. Hello. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. So, to pick back up where he was, I feel like, the danger of this situation is, and you can speak on this because you kind of touched on it a little bit. I'm speaking from people around me's perspectives or what I see of them, But like, you know, when you said like wait until they get older to try and then build that relationship, like as if wait for them to be able to make their own decisions and now they want to see you. It's not how it happens. They grow up hating or resenting the father. Or like you say,
on a minimal level, just missing
wait,
them.
and I don't want to talk on your story because I don't know it, right? But you said like, it's not like your dad couldn't come and see you. And it's like, that's your perspective or what you've let. But we don't know. Not for you. Right now, my friend's kids probably think, if my dad wanted to come see me, he could come and see me. But the reality is he can't. Yeah, so like, that's just the image you grow up with now. Whether it's true or not, whether he never, that is what. And then when you get older, you think, you didn't want to when I was young. But like, having a kid with a white woman back in the 80s, you don't know if the parents were like, I don't want you coming around this kid. Not talking about you, I'm talking about anyone.
I was going to say, because I was born in the 90s.
No, I'm not talking about you, yeah.
Born in the 90s.
So like, this one here, like, if he can't see his first kid, and his kid, he's like, he doesn't even know who I am. Like, it gets to a point where you're like, it's done. Like, I can't, that's finished or something.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I do agree with that. Like, the damage is done. I understand that. But I do think, like, if it was me, I'm just saying if it was me, I'm not being ignorant on this point. But if it was me, that the damage is done. It should be that I should be able to communicate and have a relationship with this child. It should be that I'm able to do it with the adult in the situation so that we make sure it's better for the child. But if I can't and I have to wait, you're right, the damage is done. They might hate me by then because of the toxic mum that has been saying all these horrible things about me. But when I get to see them, I'm going to have a bank account that's full of money, because every single month, the money that I wasn't spending being a dad,
your leg like that?
I've been... Can you stop? Just stop picking at me when I'm talking.
Okay.
Every single month, I would be making sure that in that bank account, I've been putting aside money that I would have been spending on being a parent, so that they've got money there. I would have the letters that have been returned to sender. I'd have the copies of them.
See, I think that again...
And I'd be saying, look, I loved you this entire time. I don't want to speak bad about your mum, but for whatever reason, she didn't want me in her life. But I love you so much. Here is the 16 years worth of evidence of how much I've done that. I'd be getting my parents involved to try and communicate with her parents, to communicate with her, to say, like, look, please, like, what about if they come to my house? I'd be having
don't get me wrong,
on lock.
Like, I agree with all that, because one thing I don't agree with is the give up side of it.
I'll just go, oh, it's too hard.
Yeah, that I don't agree with. Like I said,
you laid down and had the child.
I think you say it's my toxic trait or whatever, but I can't see a world in which you could say to me, you can't see it. Or I definitely can't.
I wouldn't.
No, but okay.
That.
And definitely couldn't see a world where my child, boy or girl, says, I don't want to see you. Like, that's a choice. Because I'm not your brethren. I'm your dad. So shut up and get in the car. You're not even having a say. I'm dealing with this woman who's jarring me. You shut up and get in the car. But you don't want to see me. Who do you think this is? That's what bothers me. And that is the only part about the people I know that I don't quite understand, because I'm like, that's not your brethren. Your son can't say to you, nah, I don't want to see you. Maybe you don't want to see me. Sit in the car and be upset about it then, because you're not. That's not how this works. You don't like me, cool. I'm still your dad. Sulk for a bit, but don't sulk too much, because that's gonna piss me off, and then you're gonna be in trouble. So like,
but I feel like you have to understand their feelings.
We gotta go pick up your new stepmom.
Yeah, but do you not get
Put a
that?
smile
Like,
on.
I understand what you're saying, but
There's no way.
that child is not to blame in that situation.
It's not to blame, but he's given too much respect. Like, you've got a choice.
No,
you don't
I
have
think
a
it's
choice.
important to respect a
Unless I'm
child's
beating
autonomy.
you or I'm abusive.
I think it's important to respect a child's autonomy, and they have to be. You have to let children, you know, decide who they take to and whatever. But I do think that you should be able to exercise patience, that they may feel uncomfortable with you. If they don't know you, a child is going to feel uncomfortable with you. You can't expect them to understand adult feelings.
You can't. I'm saying.
Do you get
Yeah,
what
I'm not saying
saying?
not saying coming back into the child's life like that. I'm saying when it was all going off, like I'm seeing the kid, and now you don't like me, and I can't see him on the weekends. But if he's saying, yeah,
I don't think if you're a good parent, that would.
that's not true.
Like,
It's not true.
No, but what I'm saying
It's
is
not
that
true.
like, what has made that child feel that way towards
The mum.
you?
And not understanding.
the mum.
No, the mum, and not having the comprehension to actually understand what's going on.
But maybe mum's always been there.
Mum probably has always been there.
Yeah.
Mum probably has.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. It's not a competition. And you might win this right now as a woman, being the mum in this child's life. But the only person who's actually losing is the child.
100%. That's
So
what I said. That was my first
you
point.
may be the best mum. You've been to every school rehearsal, whatever. I've missed them all. But right now you're choosing for me to not see him at all. And that means he grows up with no dad. And that will be a scar that he walks with forever.
Unfortunately, I think that for both parents, the mum and the dad, in lots of these scenarios, it's all ego based.
100%.
Like, people see their children as extensions of their ego, and it's like
they're not looking at the child's right. This is the thing. They're playing main characters in their own story, and the child is just a part of their story right now. They're not looking at the child's story.
Yeah.
Because in the child, when they grow up, their main character, what happened to them was, I had this no structure, and my dad wasn't around, didn't want to be whatever.
And unfortunately, I think a lot of women, what women do, especially if they've got sons, what women do is they start to be like, which cringes me out. Sorry to say this, and I don't want people to hate on me for saying this, but like, my son is the man of the house. I'm like, bro, he's 3. Like, don't put that on your male sons. Like, I don't like that, because I just think they start to have this weird, like, you know, if you look at like Esther Perel and like lots of other like famous psychologists, they'll say that when you start to see that relationship between mother and son, when it's like, I depend on my son and my son's the only man I need, it's like you actually start to have this like weird codependent relationship with your son. It doesn't have to not sexual.
Remember, you said you grew up too quick.
Yeah, they get you. It's called when you either parentify or adultify a child, and you make them become a role in the family that they're not meant to be. They're meant to be kids. They're not the man of the house. That is your child, and treat him as such. And I don't like that. And then also, I've also got someone who is an acquaintance who hates the mum. He's a really good dad. Is really in his daughter's life, but he almost. Like, I don't know, like treating your daughter like it's your second girlfriend. I'll buy her whatever she wants, and she's a princess. And like, don't get me wrong, I like the whole, like, you know, dads treating their girls and everything like this. But it's a weird sort of relationship. It's like they change the relationship they had with their partner to now having a relationship with their child because they can no longer be with the partner anymore. And I find that hella weird. Like, be the mum, be the dad. That's your child. Like there's no man of the house.
I've never had to be
It's
anything
very
but a
strange.
kid in my house.
Exactly, like, and that I think has done nothing but good things for you. Do you get what I mean? Well, you're still a fucking baby now, but
Excuse me.
you're a big child.
Excuse me.
Do you know how to work the washing machine in that house?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
What do you mean?
No, you don't.
What do you mean?
You don't know how to
I
work
do
it.
washing every day.
At your house.
You mean at my
In-
mum's
in
house?
your mum's house.
You're saying, do I know how to use my mum's washing machine?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I?
I don't believe you do.
100% I do.
Look at the corners of the mouth. Look at the
What
corners
I
of the
will
mouth.
admit,
This is where Zilai lives.
what I will admit is that I didn't have to do any washing at my mum's house.
No, but you are like,
But
like
if
for
I
example,
needed to, I know how to.
like Bailey loves when he gets coffee brought to him in bed. He loves getting like looked after and like all of these things because you like to
You
be.
didn't say what you wanted to say.
You like to be babyfied.
I don't need to be babyfied.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
He likes me to go. Goo, goo, goo,
No,
goo.
no, no,
Nah,
no.
joking.
That's disgusting right now. So, like, to cap off, yeah, like, just to get to the end, I agree there are moments when it's suitable not to let the dad be around, i.e., the dad's turned into a
they're
crackhead
dangerous.
and he's stealing the baby's
Or
formula.
if he's domestically violent.
Or he's violent.
What do you think about that? What
What?
do you think about if a man or woman is violent towards their partner, i.e. beats them up, screams at them, smashes things in the house, but they're not directly violent to a child? Do you think that's grounds to stop them seeing their kid?
Probably.
Because I think so.
It's lose control.
I think if I can't trust you...
I used to smash stuff a lot.
Okay.
Like, if I got angry, I might put my hand through a wall or something, or throw something and smash it.
Well, we've had conversations about that before.
What?
Well, I don't want I've seen violence, understand how it affected me as a child, and I really, really am like strong for myself as well as my partner. I really don't want my kid to grow up in a volatile situation, and that doesn't necessarily have to mean that I'm getting punched in the face. What I mean by that is like slam doors and
I like to slam my door though.
I know, but
there are
don't
things I
think
do.
That's a good situation.
It's not good, but there are things that I do that when I'm at the tip where I'm so pissed off, a good door slam can like really let off a lot of frustration.
That's embodiment, but like I understand
that. I agree. Like I've punched my hand through a wall like
and
2
that
times.
is not ever gonna happen.
It done what it needed to do at the time, but I look back and I was like, fucking hell, that was a bit much.
But it's stupid. It's wasteful. It's harmful.
Yeah.
It's violent, and that will never.
But
happen
it's
around
better
my
that the
kids.
wall got it than anybody else.
But that's an issue.
So what I'm saying is, I don't know if I would say if somebody does that, like they shouldn't be around kids, because like some people are just angry.
Yeah, but if you can't control your anger like that,
You know,
I
but
wouldn't want you around my kids.
Do you know what you need to do? People that if you do that, and what I needed to do, you actually need to do a sport.
A sport.
But
that's what I'm saying. That's fine. That's fine.
That's why I used to box. Boxing, without knowing it, let out a lot
100%.
of. Even if I'm having fun doing it, it's like you're like, oh, okay.
You're releasing.
You release. Some people are like, and you look at the whole, you're like, fuck, that is gonna cost money.
Yeah.
But but scrapping those things like violence, drugs, danger, take out all of those things. When it comes down to just you and the guy or you and the woman don't get on anymore and you're going your separate ways, I don't think your feelings should play a part in that kid seeing either one of them.
Agreed.
Right? That's how I would say. And guys out there that are having girls say, you're not seeing my son.
Or daughter.
Okay, this is what I really knew what I wanted to say then, but because I'm thinking about my friend, I'm like, I haven't said this to him, so I don't want. This isn't to him, but maybe it's advice you should take. I don't think you should just let that be it. I don't think you should. I don't think a woman. If you have to go the legal route, go the legal route, but just try badding her up for a bit. Like, say, what do you mean? Like, not visit, but like, just have some backbone and say, what do you mean? Give me my son. What are you talking about? Why can't I see him? Make it make sense. Give me something I can go home and be like, okay, fair enough.
And
not just you don't want me to see it. As I said,
get that shit in a text message because then it's in writing.
See, this is what's scary. This is how women think. I don't think men think like this.
Yeah, but sorry.
It's good. It's not bad. I'm saying you said something earlier, and I was like, yeah, but this is how a woman thinks, and I'm thinking that.
I'm just gonna let that child know.
Just like if me and you have a kid and we break up and you start texting me, I'm just gonna call you, like, why do you fucking keep texting me?
No, because that's like the
say it to my face.
Yeah, but that is like a sensible thing to do in any sort of situation, whether it be work.
To watch you with these texts.
Whatever. Like, it's not like I'm sneaky. I'm not trying to get anything. But if you are on that hill saying you can't see my son or you can't see my daughter, I'm gonna turn around and say, okay, like you said, why? What is the reason?
Yeah, I need to know why. You can't just say no and I'm going to take that. I need to know.
And it's not a case of
why
me going,
don't you want me to see him?
I'm going to just, like, I'm not ever going to go for our messages and be like, oh, and this potentially could be this. But when there is a reason, and I know that it's not right. Yeah, but if I know it's not right, then I'm doing something about it. And like you said, I like a task. And when I'm on job, and I'm on job.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? And I just think that, like, you need to be on it. And if there is, you've exhausted all options. You've gone to charities, you've got legal advice, you've spoken to friends, you've got family involved, you've done all of these things. And if there is absolutely nothing, you best be prepared when that child comes to you and they're upset, they're angry, they're resentful, and eventually you are able to get that relationship back. You need to show me or that child that you've done everything you can do in order to make that happen. And I'm thinking about other friends that we have. I wouldn't name it, but another girl that we know who's a friend of ours, whose dad is I'm just going to say is a waste. Yeah.
Her dad is a waste. Baby dad's a waste.
Her dad is a waste. Yeah. I'd argue maybe that as well, but her dad is a waste. But like, you'll see them, you know, and this is actually several people, you'll see them posted up on Peckham High Street smoking a spliff. I'd be like, oh, you're all right.
Can I ask you this, yeah?
No, but then they'll turn around and be like, oh, you're all right, Dad. And he's like, yeah.
Would you say, yeah?
It's like there's nothing there. So why am I... Oh, you never call me. Are you all right, bro?
Would you say, yeah, that... Because I think a common reason for a lot of these not letting your dad see the kid might be money. Not contributing. So let's say the dad's a waste in terms of money, yeah, but he's got a lot of love for the son, and he's like, can I have him on the weekends? Like, I'll take him to party, just want him to know who I am. And you're like, no, because where's my child? Do you agree with it, that them not being able to see their son when they're not paying?
No, I think that they still should deserve a relationship with them. But then I think if that's how the woman feels, then she should go to court and get child maintenance.
But what if he doesn't work? What if you don't work? You don't work.
But then he will, if he doesn't work, he will be on some sort of benefits, and that will be considered within the child maintenance.
So she will get his whatever the little money they're giving him.
I don't know, but
but do you agree?
My thing is that I think that I think bottom line is a child deserves, if both parents are alive and well, that child deserves to have both parents in their life regardless. However, if I was with a guy who didn't contribute, I think that's unfair, because again, what it does is because it doesn't matter how hard my life is, that child has still got to eat.
Yeah, but he's like when
you
could
have a hard life.
But when he comes to me from Friday to Sunday, when I have him on the weekend, I'm feeding him.
Okay. Well, we best make sure you are.
I don't have enough to like send you £200 a month. But
how come you don't have enough, but I have to find it?
No, but that's just...
I've got to find it.
No, but this, I think...
That's mad.
You're done.
That's crazy.
I just think, again, this goes down to separating. This is a disagreement we're having about finances.
Yes. No, it's not. It is not.
No, wait, let me speak.
Okay. All right.
You got a tendency to not let me speak.
Okay.
And I stay very quiet.
Sure.
I stay very quiet when you're talking.
Watch the last episode.
Watch this episode.
Watch the last episode and look how I was quiet for 8 minutes of the podcast. All I said was, yep.
What was I talking about?
Yep. I couldn't get a word in edgeways, so don't.
What was I talking about?
We both talked. That's why it's called CHATABOX.
You just said 8 minutes.
Carry on.
Like you've been watching it.
Carry on.
What was I talking about?
CHATABOX. We both talk. Carry on.
Right, but what I'm saying is, I think again, that is another separate... You're angry at me about finance.
No, I'm not.
There you are. You're not angry about me and how I treat the kid, or that I'm unsafe, or that I don't love it, or I don't have time for it. You're angry that I can't fund it for you, right? Or help you with... Because you're when you're living...
Help me.
Yeah, help. I'm a waste. I'm saying I'm a waste.
Help me.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. I'm going to let you land and then I'll respond.
Yeah.
Can I respond now?
If you feel like you got something strong to...
Okay, let me explain what I'm trying to say. I would never stop that person seeing their child.
I'm not you. I'm saying people that do.
That woman should never stop that person seeing their child. However, it is not fair that we both laid down.
Yes, I know.
We both had this child. And I'm sorry you don't have the money. I am really sorry whatever happened to that man that he doesn't have the money. But if I don't have the money, I don't have the option to say, sorry, I won't buy the school uniform. Sorry, there's no gas in the gas tank. Sorry, we've got to start.
So you agree?
I don't have the option.
Right.
So the woman doesn't have the option there. But why is it that in this scenario that you're describing, a man who is allowed to see their child, there's no discrepancy on their ability to look after them and love them, but he can go, I won't contribute.
He can't. We're not talking.
What if I can't?
Then that'll be so bad. We'll be like, oh my God, is our kid all right?
Exactly. But that's my point, is that the woman has to find a way.
Right.
But a man goes, I just don't have the money.
Yeah. We're not.
That's mad.
But we're not talking. You're talking to. Okay. So what I'm saying is, do you agree then that it's better for the kid to have one parent who's surviving and making money than to have two parents where one of them is just not making money? Because that's what you're saying.
No, I'm not.
Right, exactly.
I'm not saying that.
Wait.
No, because you're conflating the situation. No, because you're misinterpreting what I'm saying. I'm not saying that. No, because you're actually not listening.
No, but
and
I'm
this
not
is what
landing.
the comments
I'm
are
not
asking you. Because
landing.
then they're saying, actually stop and listen to what she's saying.
I've listened to you.
And then she won't get annoyed.
I've listened to you. I've listened. I can repeat what you said.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is...
You can't, because you just repeated it wrong.
What I'm saying is, we're talking about a situation where, imagine if the guy, he just has no money. He's not saying I'm not giving you money.
Yes.
He has no money. He's down and out, but he loves his son. Yeah.
I would never stop him seeing them.
Right, but we're saying in a scenario where there's a lot of women that wouldn't let him see. I'm not saying you. So what about the women that won't let him see the son because he doesn't contribute money?
I just said that's wrong.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So yeah,
I said that's wrong. But if I'm letting you, if that woman is saying, you're not giving me money, you can't see your child. Yeah, I think that's wrong.
Perfect.
However, that man needs to say, I have no money this month, but I'm going to go on Airtasker. I'm going to go join Uber. I'm going to go do cash in hand working in gardens. I'm going to go and ask people if they want their car washes. And when I have money, that money is going to be in your hand. That money might be £5.
What, and then he can see the kid?
No. That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been saying, but you're clearly not listening. I'm saying those two situations are separate. But to me, exactly, that's what I'm trying to say to you. The father should always be able to see the child. End of. That's what I said. However, you are talking about money and you're saying, oh, he just doesn't have it. My thing is, well, you better find it, because the woman's going to have to find it.
Yeah, and I get that.
So my point is, it doesn't mean that you can't see your child, but what I can understand and what I think does happen sometimes is you will see, and it could be male or female, but let's just say in this scenario we are talking about a man. I have seen situations whereby the woman and the man have a fine co-parenting relationship. Then the man is late on payments. That he's meant to, because the woman is the primary caregiver, pays for gas, electric, school lunches, uniform, clothes, toys, days out, everything. So they give that woman money. It might even be a minuscule amount, like £150 a month, which goes on school lunches alone, right? But they are then late on payments, right? And then the woman goes, bro, of course you can still see your child, but like...
Yeah, that's good.
I got no money. And then the guy goes, what? So because I've not given you money? And she's like, well, no, but like, and he goes, I'll give it to you next month, man. I don't have it right now. Okay, cool.
Why is the girl so softly spoken and this guy
so she's going, cool, you don't have it right now, but that's not all right. Cool? Yeah. Stop being pedantic.
No, but stop. The guy's like, cool, I ain't got no. She's like,
yeah, because that is what happens. Because that's what happens, is that they get defensive and go, I don't have the money right now. and the woman goes, okay,
That's hard to tell a
that's
woman.
fine that's fine for this month.
That's hard to tell a
but
woman.
listen, you need to get the money next
No,
month.
that's hard to tell a woman.
Cool, it's hard, but you don't have the money. That's no one's problem but you.
Why are you punching your fist?
Because that's no one's problem but that person. If you don't have
money,
money, that's your problem.
Yeah.
Right?
It is.
So my point being is that what does happen, like I said, I'll keep reiterating it. A man should always see his child. But I do understand that when a woman is sitting there, when you can call this jealousy, you can call it toxicity, whatever, and she's like, I'm busting my ass, working all hours, still picking up the kids, still getting dinner on the table, still doing everything, and you're telling me you don't have money, but I see you out there. I see you out there in the club doing up AA.
Yeah. Okay. So look, when you add that, the only time you had a point just then was when you added in that. Is when you added in he's at the club doing AA.
Right.
So take that away.
No. Because we've done the taking away. I'm just saying.
And I'm just saying.
No. Because you're not letting me finish.
I've let you. Right, cool, carry on. I thought you just finished.
On my nerves again. My
Do you remember
point
3
being,
podcasts ago when you needed to stop being so personal?
No, because I wasn't being like that.
You're angry and
yes, because my point is saying.
You're talking about women again. Every
Oh
time we
my
speak about women, I've clocked it now. Every time we speak about women.
Don't do that, Reese.
No. This isn't gaslighting. I'm not going to gaslight you.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime we speak about women, look at you, you're twitching. You get angry. It's true.
Yes.
Stop.
Yes.
We're having the debate.
Yes, but you're not letting me land.
I am.
Because we've already talking about what you're talking about, and I'm adding in a different situation.
All right. So all I'm going to say is, yeah, like I've heard you, but I'm just saying, you're agreeing with me, but then you're saying, and then you're giving this scenario where it makes sense. Which is a different
scenario, because I'm just adding to the conversation.
All I'm going to say is there's no but after what I'm saying.
Okay.
I think they're two set. I think the parenting and the financial arguments, debates having are two different things. I think if a guy is completely broke but loves his child and wants to see the child, and the mum says you can't see him because you're wasting out of money, I think when 16 years down the line, if they was to all sit in a room and say the reason he wasn't in your life, he begged to be with you because he loved you, but he didn't have a penny, so I said no. I think the child might be like, well, I would have rather had a broke dad in my life than no dad.
Yep.
And that's it.
Yep, agreed.
So I think it's completely separate. Yeah, you agree, but then you say but, and then I'm agreeing. If you put a scenario where he's not giving money, but he's doing AAA, that's different. We're not talking about that.
I know we're not. I was just, if you watch this back, you'll see I was just adding to the conversation. That's it.
You're blinking a lot.
I was just adding to the conversation.
Women's topics. Fiery. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm absolutely fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Can we continue?
Yeah.
All right, this next one is more about us, okay. I think. Hi, Bailey and Kaira. Huge fan of the podcast. I love the chemistry between you two. They love this chemistry. Give me a hand.
Just gotta move on.
Give me a hand. This chemistry. We feel it. Right. I've been with my partner for 2 years now. We don't live together, but I spend most of my time at his. Mm-hmm. I'm constantly cleaning up around his house, as he never seems to make an effort to tidy up. I'm a very tidy person, and I'm starting to realize that he's the complete opposite. I sometimes feel enraged, but I haven't said much since it's not my house. And a few times I've mentioned it, he's taken offense. Mm-hmm. Are you with me? Mm-hmm. Everything else about him is perfect, but I'm unsure if I can handle this lack of cleanliness if we were to live together in the future. What should I do?
It's his house, so.
Yeah, and that is the end of the podcast.
No, but it's his house. In this scenario, she's thinking about a situation that hasn't yet happened. It's his house.
No, she's saying she's been with him for 2 years.
Yeah.
They don't live together yet.
But she's
starting to realise that he's a slob.
Yeah. I mean, it's disgusting. Like some men's houses, yeah, that I've seen. And I'm like, are you not shocked?
Did I say this on my last podcast?
I don't know.
I said this either on our last episode or to someone in person.
Yeah.
I said,
if you can fold your pillow, yeah, and it don't fold back, chuck it out.
Oh, because it's thin.
Disgusting.
Yeah, I agree.
If you can smell yourself on your sheets, wash them. In fact, just chuck them.
You know what I noticed, yeah? And
Disgusting.
if my brethren sees this and he thinks and he clocks that I'm talking about him, then then good, because I wanted to say this
Because
to
you're
you,
nasty.
but I just didn't have the heart. What I've noticed, yeah, I've been to a few of my friends' house who live alone, yeah, and when I go into their bathroom, it's like I look around and I'm like, ew.
Yeah, but I hate our bathroom.
Wait. No, yeah, I know you do. I'm like, ew.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, behind the taps is just nasty. But like this shelf,
But if
the
I left
skirt,
it to you,
wait, let me land. The skirting, I'm like, this has never been cleaned. I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, this has just never been cleaned. Yeah. And then I look at them and I think, oh my God, if I was single, unless I had a cleaner, I don't think I would do it either. Lie. I lived alone for a year and I cleaned. But I can see it. I can see why. I can see why. Like I'm not as bad as that.
Just trying to work out where that was in your time.
Yeah, I'm not as bad as that. But I like for the week that you went away, the house did get very messy. And I was like, yeah, this is just a single man, like boy man. I'm a boy man. I'm like the bed sheets. I didn't change when you was away for a week. Is that long? A week? How often do you change the bed sheets?
Change the bed sheets like once a week.
Yeah, so a week. But I didn't change them. And I smelt them at one stage because I went to bed a bit smelly. And I woke up and the next day I got in bed, sheets. I didn't change them. I didn't.
But yeah, men are, my advice to her is that there are some men who are like really, really like into cleaning and keeping tidy. Send them my way.
Yeah, that's why I said this dilemma is kind of us, because I think that's you. Because
I'm
you
actually
moan a lot
not,
about me.
Yeah, but the thing is that I just wish you cleaned more. I just wish you could be like, instead of like take my clothes off, drop them on the floor, literally, or like even like take my plates through, scrape them into the thing. It's just like really small things.
Got anything else you want to get?
However, I think that what you can do is maybe you just need to address this with him and just say, especially if you move in together, just say, I tried this, it didn't work, so I don't know why I'm suggesting it, but just say like, this is the standards that I would like to have. If we could maybe say something, for example, like, I'd like the sheets to be changed every week, hoovering to be done.
Kaira made a list. Remember, the beginning of this podcast, when I was with Leo, there's a lot of talk about your list.
Yeah, I tried, but it doesn't work. This guy could probably count on one finger the amount of times he's cleaned the bathroom.
Twice.
So on one hand. And we've been there over a year and a half.
But I do the washing up. That is clappable.
Every other day. Most people say to me, and you guys let me know in the comments, most people say to me, what, you cook every day and he doesn't do the washing up after you cook?
Who
Literally,
says that to you?
Majority
Who
of people.
says that to you?
Majority of people.
Who? Name
My
me
friends.
One. Who said that?
My friends.
Give me one name.
Hannah, Dan, Claudia, Courtney.
Fuck you, Dan.
Donya, Tara, all the girls at the gym.
Okay, girls. No guy said that.
Yeah, but some of them are in relationships whereby their partner does do that.
I bet they got dishwashers.
No.
I bet they do.
But regardless, I'm not talking about you. My point is that you want to try and say to him, this is the scenario. This is what I would like. Are you able, if we moved in together, would you be able to like do the hoovering? But maybe you also need to have some allowances for him and work out why he doesn't feel the need to keep the space around him that clean. Is he clean? Because if someone's clean on their body, that's fine. They're a clean person.
I'm a clean person.
You're a clean person, which is why you get away with it, because you're actually clean in yourself, right? But if it's like really disgusting, you need to say, look, However, you could also suggest if it can afford it, cleaners are not that expensive. Maybe it's something you say
£30.
like £30 and an hour or two a week. That that's not that much. That's only like £120 a month or something like that, which is not that much when you think people spend a lot more than that on one meal. And then just say like, would you be up for like splitting a cleaner with me, and just say like, I'll do this, this and this, but I'd really like it if you could make sure that you put your washing away and that you just don't drop rubbish on the floor, or do you know what I mean? Because some guys that you go there and they'll have like rubbish down the edge of the bed and like actual like dirt.
Like your car.
Like my car. which by the way I got clean, so fuck you. But yeah, I think my advice to that would just be have that conversation and try and say this is like what would make me feel more comfortable, or better yet, I would say come around my house, because if your house is clean and that's where you're comfortable, why are you always going to his dirty house?
Facts.
I mean,
You know what I mean? You tidy freeloader. You know what I mean?
maybe her house is cold.
Yeah, ours is getting cold.
It's freezing.
It's time to put the heaters back on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what comes with that. I would say focus more on what you actually like about him.
Ooh, sounds like you're victim blaming.
No, I feel like you're very hyper focused on what you don't like.
No, she said
But
everything else about him is perfect.
Exactly. So, I mean, you can get a tidy guy that everything else isn't perfect. So, wins and losses, swings and roundabouts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, but I still think if it's bothering you should address it.
Like you're quite you accept my untidiness because what? Good sex and I'm funny.
Because I'm not the tidiest of people, so I can understand it.
And the good sex.
And because, you know, just in general, it's cheaper to live with someone than alone.
Generally good sex.
It's just cheaper to be with in a flat than alone.
The willy does wonders.
We're not having any willy talk today. I've realised that I spoke too much about willies in the last episode.
Did you? Yeah, you did. Oh yeah, that was our last one, isn't it?
Yeah.
And your dad watches. Your dad's gonna see today.
Okay.
You didn't say anything.
I didn't say anything bad.
I feel like one day maybe we should have a deep conversation about stuff like that though. But
What, on here?
yeah.
I mean,
Like it's your stories, like do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sure I've got some deep stories to dive into one day. Comments. Let's finish up. Comments. Commentos, the part of the show.
Can I say I actually did have a can I just do my recommendations for the week?
Yeah.
Please.
Sure.
My recommendations for the show are These Impossible Things by Salma Al-Wardini. Very, very good book about 3 different Muslim women and their ways that they go through life. I think it was fantastically written. One of my favourite books I read last year. And also Outlast on Netflix. On Netflix. Watch it on Netflix. Outlast on Netflix was so good. I wasn't expecting to like it. I watched it separate with from Reese, but from Bailey. But it is a show. It's like a reality show, but not a cringe one. And they're basically 16 people have been put into the outbacks of Alaska, and they've got to survive. And they're all in separate teams, and you can only win the whole thing as a team. But it starts to get like Lord of the Flies level savage.
I got a recommendation, but it's to recommend you don't waste your time watching Vince McMahon.
Yeah, it's long.
It's long and doesn't even nothing juicy.
Yeah.
It gets you to juicy.
Yeah.
And then stops.
Yeah. So a few comments before we go, because this is a very long episode.
It's all right.
Very long. It's going to take
podcast. Some podcasts
8 hours to upload.
Podcasts are like 2 hours long sometimes.
On the last, I liked, Sofan said that your Irish accent went a bit Indian.
What are you talking about?
I also like.
What do you mean talking about, Sofan?
He also suggested something good.
What?
Because we were saying like, what should we do when we get to 5k subs? You said a naked podcast. Did you also see how you gaslit me in that episode when you were like, I'm sure you said it, and then if you actually watch the live back, you're like straight away you're like, naked podcast, and then 2 minutes later you said it. I was like,
sorry.
But his idea was quite good. It's a live podcast for a limited number of guests, like 500 fans, 100 fans. So we get 5k subs and we do like a intimate live show.
Live performance.
Yeah.
As in live on the internet or live in person?
I don't know. It didn't state that. It's up to you. I like this one. Selha, who I don't know who Selha is, but they've commented a couple of times, which is good. Bailey, you need to be able to cook at least 3 meals. May I suggest 1 fry up?
Can I just say we've spun this narrative like I can't cook. It's more I won't cook. Can't cook, won't cook.
Such a brat.
No, but can you back me up
one
on that?
time you tried to cook a fry up, it took like 2 hours.
No, it didn't. And
you
something
were
went
stressing
wrong.
out,
I was stressing out, but it's not. Let's not paint. I can't make a fry up. I'll make a better fry up than you.
I don't know about that, babe. But he tried to make dumplings, yeah? And then it was like, I came into the kitchen and I'm like, everything okay? He's like,
Yeah, because the
he's
timing
literally
is-
like this. And everything is, you know, da, da, da. And I was like, oh, okay. And I went over and he was like, well, don't touch the dumplings because then you're going to ruin them. So I was like, oh, okay. And then I like backed away and then you were like, why did you let the dumplings burn?
Yeah, that was a bad day. But that's not that. That's the first and last time I made a fry up.
For me, it is. Who else are you making fry-ups for?
I make whatever I want
All
myself.
right, number
I can
2,
cook.
spaghetti bolognese.
I can make that.
And number 3, a curry chicken / meat.
I make curries quite a bit, but just not chicken. Mackerel.
Okay, so that they said that, and it says, and I think this is a good point.
Why did you just make that? When last time I made mackerel,
I love your
week
mackerel.
ago,
I just
you
don't
was
think
like-
it's curry.
what did you say to me? You see, if you just made this me at least once a week, I'll be so happy.
Yeah, and
So let's let them know.
I
can
stand by my points.
Let
I'm
them know
just
I can cook.
saying that the mackerel is delicious. I wish you made me a meal once a week. I would literally once every 2 weeks. I would love that. It's only 24 times a year.
One time.
It's not even a lot. But anyway, I really, really like it. I'm not saying that. I wasn't going like that. I was saying is mackerel a curry? That's all I was saying.
You know when I start making you dinners.
Practice makes perfect, because if Kaira goes away, you can enjoy your own food. Or if you have kids and Kaira is not well or away, you need to be able to feed your kids. Just thinking out loud.
Yeah, well,
Valid point.
keep them thoughts in your head because I can cook. I just don't have to.
Thanks, Soha. I appreciate you.
I don't have to cook. I'll start cooking when you start getting rid of spiders.
I actually do get rid of spiders.
Uh-huh.
Not that one, but I did kill another one down there before you came in.
Killing, when it presents itself opportunity, is different to there's a spider there and I need it taken
But
out.
if you're there,
You shouted me to come in here.
it was like a big one.
That's what I mean.
And I have got rid of spiders.
And I have
remember
cooked.
that time that I put the thing on the top of the ceiling and I got the spider because you were scared?
No.
Also, Daniel_198 says Simpsons one. I don't know. Too many coincidences. They're probably not predicting the future, but definitely think that people in power drip feed us info and events so that we can take it in our stride when it does happen.
Who writes The Simpsons?
I can't remember his name.
But it's not someone that you'd be like, oh my god, that's
No,
why
just
it's
the
so many
Simpsons writer.
coincidences because he's the fucking. Blah, blah, blah,
Also,
blah.
I like this one. I think this is interesting. I don't know if we've got time for this, but if anyone in the chat is a Diddy victim, speak up and tell your truth. Probably the Zone 2 and Peckham ones got groomed by Diddy.
Do you remember? I don't want to throw our great dear Hollow Man under the bus.
But he's looking mad shifty right about now.
Did you see that interview?
He's like this. He's like, yeah, and I, you know,
let
like,
me say what I think. I don't think Giggs has done something fruity with Diddy.
And Diddy, like, he helped man, innit?
Yeah, I feel like he just
Why is he
knows.
doing this?
I feel like he just knows something and doesn't want to say it.
Come on, Giggs he's been fruity.
Come on, man.
And like, what
What
was
did you
it?
say? He's been fruity. Giggs ain't fruity.
He's something.
What?
He's definitely okay. I don't say he's fruity, but he's a freak.
In where?
He's just freaky. Like,
What gives you this impression?
Girls,
Giggs
ladies, if you're in a club and someone comes up to you and they're like, yeah, let me talk to you like, man.
How do you know he talks like that?
Because that's how he talks. In interviews,
Nah,
you
come
hear
on,
it.
man. Things like that. He talks like that.
Straight away, you're like,
Come on, man. I'm hollow, man.
like that. And then there's a song that he really cringes me out in. What's that? And there's a song that he says something and it's like, oh, I need to hear it. I really need to know what the song is. It's like something where he says something and I'm like, ugh. Like, it really, really makes me feel creeped out and sick.
I think I know the bar you're talking about as well.
And it's like...
Sexual.
It's like something to do with pussy and like he says it and it's just the way he says it is like...
Yeah, I can imagine. But do you remember that something come out like maybe months ago saying that Giggs used to get boys for Diddy or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then he come online and he was like, come on, man, what, me? Really? And we just nothinged it.
Yeah.
Well, I saw the list. I saw Giggs' name on it. I was like, is this going to come back? Because on some... I've been watching some, I can't remember what it's called. It's a YouTube channel where it's like the guy's a lawyer. So he's giving updates on the case. What? Conspiracy. Lawyer. Yeah, maybe it's not real life. He's a man in a suit claiming to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
Anyway, he said that the investigation's gone to the UK. And when I said that, I was like, ooh, who's the UK? Gigs, I remember. Also, I would say, if we're talking about who I'd think might be, like, his name's not even been put into the mix. But if I'm thinking of anyone who could have been a victim, who? No. Why did you cover your mouth? This is CHATABOX. We're supposed to chat.
I don't know.
You're scared of him.
There's no way in which I'm scared of that little...
Little what? This is a bit of
Pitbull.
venom now.
Pitbull.
Oh. Say his
Come
name.
on, he's like a little pitbull.
Well, I was going to say Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran?
Ed Sheeran.
Of all people.
Ed Sheeran seems like the type of person to be pressured into doing something
Of
sexual
all people,
at a Diddy party.
that says more about you than I think it does about Ed.
Nah.
That is weird. So staying on the Diddy train.
We are definitely going to be doing more Diddy covering this.
Oh God, we've done Diddy.
I was trying.
Diddy
Nah,
done.
Diddy's not. The case
Diddy's
is
done.
The case is starting. And when he
Case
goes,
open.
when he takes to that
closed.
mic and does his plea or whatever testimony, we are going to be locked in. I want to know.
Remember, he went on the run and just came back. So did he?
Okay.
Yeah. Who else?
I didn't know. I didn't know
Your
he went on the
favourite
run.
person?
I didn't know he went on the run.
Yeah, he came back and got himself indicted. He handed himself in, but he's been out with what's his name? Oh, what's
Then they
the
found
guy?
a secret tunnel underneath his.
Of course, there's always a secret tunnel. What's the guy's name? Who's Russell Simmons? You know, because they got him as well, and he's out in Bali. When did
Russell Simmons, Run DMC guy.
Russell Simmons.
Was he from Run DMC?
Russell Simmons, he had the big clothing brand and everything like that. Kamora Lee Simmons was his wife and all of that.
Chinese thing. Or Thai thing.
Anyway, he was out in Bali, and I'm pretty sure
Bali thing.
Diddy took his private jet to Bali or somewhere. But anyway, and then he came back to New York, and then there was that footage of him sitting in Central Park, like looking bare shifty, and then he went and handed himself in. But anyway, this guy said, remember that he went on the run and just came back. So I think they cloned Diddy. So the one in jail and on trial can't name celebs and other people and then just take the charge. The question is the real Diddy alive or dead? And cloning is a real thing, been a thing for years.
I mean, I love a conspiracy. I've seen this. Diddy's a bad clone of Diddy. I've seen that and I just kind of looked past it. But I have seen on the internet of lately a lot of talk about clones.
Me too.
A lot of talk about, and I don't know if I can even.
I listened to a podcast.
I don't know if I can even start with that one.
I've listened to a podcast by Jo McNally, who's an Irish comedian. She's funny. And she did a whole deep dive.
Stop messing with your mic when you're talking.
She did a whole deep dive into was Avril Lavigne cloned? Because you know there's the whole thing of like Avril Lavigne having been cloned.
Well,
That's
Joe Biden.
Big conspiracy.
They say Joe Biden's not Joe Biden. Diddy. I can see what it is, but you have to remember when people age, their face shape changes.
They shrink everything.
Everything changes.
Your voice changes. Everything.
That's what we were saying the other day. That's why men with maturity, men look better and women don't.
Yeah.
Because men, their face continually grows. We just get bigger features and it doesn't look bad. Whereas women, you try to stay petite, I guess. You know what I mean? If you want to stay at 7.
So yeah, thank you for everyone that comments. Please keep commenting. It's nice to see like what you guys pick up on and like what you guys want to comment back on. And sometimes there's probably people watching, and like I sometimes do this. I've actually really forced myself to start commenting on people's like YouTubes and stuff that I actually do like, because I'm like, it does make a difference. So yeah, keep commenting because it's good to know what you guys think. And like we said, send us through some voice notes, send us through some dilemmas, some more of them. You see, it
or
really gets us going.
No, I'd like for them to send questions that we might not even be ready for. You know what I mean?
Okay. Are we done?
What do you think? Oh yeah.
Are we done here? I know you love me and just want to talk to me all day.
I quite enjoy these conversations.
I'm glad.
Especially when you're smiling.
Just so everyone knows, that we come off here and then we just don't talk to each other for 7 days.
You know what's jarring? Yesterday we went to have a good conversation Yesterday we went to have a good conversation. I said, no, let's talk about it on the show. And then we forgot the conversation. So we're actually missing out on conversations by trying to wait for this. One thing I'm going to take mental note of is careful when we talk about the females.
Oh, you're trying to rile me up again.
No, I'm not. Because I'm going to say, because we're back on track and you're smiling again. But for about 8 minutes of today, look, you see it? I can see it in you.
You're so annoying.
It's like real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Carry on.
Just carry on, because you do this and then you say it's me that makes it awkward, but you're doing it.
Am I a wind up? Am I winding you up?
Yes, you are.
I'm not trying to. I'm just saying, like, I'm noticing certain topics are a red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop. I'm trying to wrap this up, guys. And your face is so stupid. I'm actually not annoyed about anything to do with women.
You was definitely annoyed.
You're just annoyed about how I'm not allowed to finish my sentence.
No, you was finished your sentences. I love you. Come here.
I love you too.
You love me?
Yep.
Let them know.
I do love you.
Okay.
Oh my God. Yeah. Can we finish? No one wants to hear this. No one wants to hear this.
People, thank you for watching today's episode.
Yep. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share.
You said it a bit wrong.
Please.
Like, comment, share, subscribe.
Like, comment, share, subscribe.
Yeah.
It doesn't make all of them. Doesn't make a difference.
No, but
what
actually
order
do
you
them. Like, please do it. Like, comment and like this video.
Please go onto Spotify. Support us on Spotify.
Go and give us, even
rating.
if you don't listen to Spotify, please go over and give us a rating. It will help. Like, help us cheat the system a little bit. Yeah. Go over and give us a little rating. There's a couple other people called CHATABOX on there, but you'll see the logo. Yeah, go give us a review. Leave us a comment here, and you've got the email address. It's there on screen. And also a last big up to Adapt for our jumpers today, keeping us warm, keeping us looking fresh. Love that. Big up Adapt, man. Yeah. That's the end. Cool. Bye. Peace.